audio on. So come on, go audio. What's going on with my audio here? How come my audio isn't working here? All right, we're working on it. Hold on, my microphone is working, but I don't think anyone else is being picked up. Um, let's try. Oh wait, is that doing it now? Default okay. No, it's still not doing it. Hold on. Oh, somebody talk. Maybe it's just because you guys aren't talking.
Talk,
There
talk,
it goes.
talk.
Okay, there it is. All right, it's correct now. Got it. All right. Uh, had a little. I think we're all good. I think we're all picking everything up. Welcome back, everyone, to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. So we took a little break last week, 4th of July, and first one since we started. We're happy to be back and jump into episode 41. But first, what happened last week or 2 weeks ago? So, the battle with Glazael, the Cloud Chaser, a bestial white dragon from the spine of the world, continued as she drew back to survey the cavern and recharged her breath weapon. But only the ogres were within striking distance, and while she was busy taking them down, Alamir and brought Smock through a dimension door to stand next to the white dragon on her treasure mound. And then Luna turned Smock into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Bloodied by earlier attacks, she tried to get away but was grabbed and mauled by Smock's huge maw. Then Hoff shot her and used Commander Strike to open her up for a killing blow from Smock in his dinosaur form, and he grabbed her neck, shook it violently, and then let go as her lifeless body flopped on the icy pile of treasure. The PCs paid the ogres or promised silver. Spent the day going through the hoard, resting, harvesting organs and blood from the corpse, and then Jinx remembered what Silith had told him about the dagger of Alaris, and so he dipped the blade into the blood of the dragon and spoke the ritual words. A red mist floated out of the ruby in the hilt, and within it formed Endel, Jinx's brother. It was a heartwarming reunion that only lasted about 12 minutes, but Jinx learned that Endel was living a full life within a strange world called Alaris. He missed his brother and parents, but didn't want to return to Faerun unless he could bring his wife and daughter with him. And then he faded back into the dagger as Jinx promised to bring him back for another visit. With the treasure gathered and magic items divided up, the heroes went upstairs, and Blagothkus came out of his tower to talk to them. He thanked them for killing Glazael and mentioned that he had landed during the night and let the vampire leave the castle with her minions. He asked where the group wanted to be taken, but as they began to discuss the options, Jinx and Luna noticed that the skyline had begun tilting. They pointed out to Blagothkus, and he yelled, "That's no good, what's going on?" and ran to the control tower as the ogres stood confused or ran in apparent confusion. He ran inside and left the door open behind him. But the heroes decided to run for the stables and the wyverns and made it downstairs just as the castle began to tilt towards the western edge and start a slight free fall. Alamir used Dimension Door to bring Jinx with him into the stables as the castle gained momentum and fell a bit faster. The side of the snow-covered mountain, looming large over the castle walls and quickly getting larger. And that's where we pick up our story again. It is the top of the order. Luna, it is your turn. What are you doing?
Do I have any sense of how close to crashing we are yet?
It's it is a little tough to tell. The ground is, you're feeling very light because the ground is falling away from you, and it's picking up speed. The mountain, it looks like it's looming larger. In the last 6 seconds, it has gone from just seeing the top of it to it rising up above, probably You've probably dropped a good 50 feet down, and close to 100 feet rushing towards it. At the current speed, you may have for about maybe 25 to 30 seconds, but if the speed picks up, it would be less.
Okay, so I got 2 people behind me and 2 people ahead of me, right?
Correct.
So what's the largest wild shape that I can turn into that can fly is the question.
Well, you're looking to carry people, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter whether you turn into a giant. You're not carrying Smock no matter what you turn into,
Yeah.
with all of his armor
Well, I
on.
got F. Oh,
So you could easily carry Alamir Jinx. Hef, you could carry. You could probably effectively carry Hef as either a giant eagle or the new form that you just got. What the heck is it? The Quetzalcoatl.
Okay.
I mean, because a lot of it's based on the strength of the creature. Quetzalcoatl is a bit stronger, but the eagle, I think,
No.
is probably easier to ride.
Okay. And I just realized Smock's one of the ones behind me.
Uh-huh.
This sucks. And I can't turn into a wyvern, can I?
No, you cannot. Only beasts.
Uh,
You could polymorph into a wyvern.
let me look.
But keep in mind that when you polymorph into something, polymorph is different than wild shape. Wild shape, you take the physical attributes, but you keep your mind. When you
Yep.
polymorph, you take on the mind of the creature.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that that's any polymorph and not just true
Let
polymorph.
me. So I'm wondering if I could polymorph Smock again in something flying, and then I'd go wild shape. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So 60-foot range. Um, all the statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the chosen beast. Yep.
Yeah. Well, if I polymorphed Smock and then I went wild shape to pick Hef up in case Hef did not get on Smock. Does that make sense?
You can try, yes.
All right, that's what I'm going to try. Polymorph Smock into an eagle.
So I'm pretty sure Smock is out of range for the spell
Actually, let me
currently.
look here. Let me look
Yeah,
here.
Smock is
Spells, polymorph.
120 feet away.
And I have 60 feet. So if I get 60 feet closer,
So keep in mind, you are running up a very steep incline to go back. So
ouch.
it's
Yep.
possible, but you're gonna have to make a really good athletics roll.
Hey guys, I can say a prayer to Bahamut, and I'm sure I'll be able to get out of this mess. Look, he can fly. I'll be fine.
Okay. So I'll get to Hef then.
So Bahamut can fly?
Well, Bahamut can fly. Yes, he can.
I've never seen Bahamut. I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Bahamut is a dragon.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
And Bahamut carry Hef with him, though.
I'm quite sure Bahamut could.
Yeah.
That's my input.
So, Smock, do you have heft or do I?
I will try to have hef, but I can't guarantee it. If you have something that is more certain, it's written. Please do.
Okay.
So,
So I am going to.
so just to understand, so that should be about the end of the talking and coordination. I
Yep.
would assume you would have like all as you were running along before you all broke up would have like shared some information and the knowledge of each other and what you can do, but like that would be
All right.
so that's the end. So you need to just make your decision.
Okay. So I'm a wild shape, and I gotta see what the stats are on the eagle or the other one.
Okay,
Which
so
I
you're
can't
wild
remember.
shaping.
Yes.
Okay.
And then fly back to hef to pick him up.
Okay. So I'll let you while you figure that out and you figure out what you're wild shaping into and then your flight. Jinx, what are you doing?
I am going to jump on this wyvern, throw the saddle on if I can, or whatever needs to be done.
So saddling. So I looked this up.
Mhm.
An experienced horse rider, experienced equestrian
Yep.
takes at least like 5 minutes to saddle a horse.
I'm not really going to saddle it. I
And
mean, this
that's
is
what
not
I'm
a
gonna
situation.
say.
Yeah.
There is and there's no way that you're throwing a saddle on in the time that you know you have. So yeah. Okay, so
I untie Penelope, and are these doors open?
yes, you open them. Those doors are open.
Okay. I couldn't remember that part.
Yeah. So start. I need you to start with an animal handling check. You can do. She knows you. Even though she is very afraid, she knows what's happening. She does know you. So go ahead and make your animal handling check with advantage.
Okay, so you said with advantage. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but I'm also gonna go ahead and just for the hell of it, um, I'm also going to whisper some words to myself. Timora smiles and laughs.
Ooh, you're using the coin.
And then I'll do my animal handling check with advantage,
Got it. Let's see it.
which just means it's going to be
A 1 or a 20.
Four.
Yep.
a 4. A 5. It's better because I roll a 1. Either way, it's a 1 because look how bad the rolls were.
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Yes. Can you use silvery barbs on yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Trust me, I was thinking it. I was like,
Silvery barbs.
oh, you can't choose yourself. You can. It says, oh no, never mind. It doesn't say that. You just,
But it's only when someone succeeds.
yeah. Okay.
So
It was worth a shot.
So you can, but only to make it worse.
Nope. Okay.
All right,
so yeah.
Yes.
Whatever
so
it is.
You roll a 1.
She's startled.
And
Yep, she's startled.
She is so startled. She tries to attack you. I'm just going to do it right now. She's going to get a single attack against you because she's afraid. You startled her, and she tries to bite you. Oh wow! And
I mean, you did appear out of nowhere.
14 piercing.
I was to 114 damage. Ow! And I think that's an action doing that, and everything else already. Can I try to give her an apple while I'm, something to munch really quick? In my bonus.
Yeah, you can go ahead and try to toss her something, and
Then that's what I do.
Okay. And I just for all of you and our audience, you startled her.
Mhm.
I'm going to treat this similar to like when my bird bites out of just being startled or afraid, even though it's not something she would normally do.
Mhm.
Which means that you are. It's not that she rejects you or hates you or is going to. It's that you will have another chance. Not with advantage, probably with advantage, but you will have another chance.
I'll have to do it on my own. Whatever.
Yep, exactly. All right, and that's your turn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Alamir, you are prone, lying on the ground. You just watch Jinx get bit by a wyvern.
I hope you have better luck.
I think Alamir was counting on you to.
That's all right. Alamir, if nothing else, will create an illusionary
All
one.
right. So, let me make sure I can do this. Okay. You said the doors are open, so I can see.
Correct.
So I'm going to get up. There's half my movement,
You see Luna turn into something.
right? And you see Alamir. Cast Dimension Door and appear between the two of them
Okay.
and says, I gotta find me. There I am. Come on. Come on. You can do it.
Or you.
I can't get through the door.
Probably
The doors
can't.
are locked.
Yep. There we go.
Okay. I put myself right between them and I say to Smock, you or half?
As in, which one should die?
Who's going with me?
I'm just clarifying the question.
I know. Who's going with me?
F, 100%.
That perfectly fine. So I'm going to move next to Half, and I'm going to tell Half, you're coming with me in 6 seconds. Don't move.
So first off, Alamir, when you can teleport, remember, but it is at an extreme angle.
It's
Yeah.
500 feet. I got 160 feet between me and him there,
I
which
know.
leaves me 340.
But you're landing on
An angle.
an angle and then moving. So I do just give me
Go ahead.
dexterity saving throw, please.
I'd rather not use dexterity.
It's a low DC, but
Okay, there we go.
that you stumble, but you catch yourself and
Okay.
you're able to get where you want to go.
Okay. So I'm preparing my next turn to take half dimension door.
Okay.
Only because I didn't know what Luna was doing.
And you see me there turned into this flying
And
beast.
that you're right. That's what I see.
So let me.
But
have,
your back was to
Luna's
me. You guys
forms.
had a chat. I was in a room.
I have this ready to go. Let me just. Oh wait, I guess I gotta pull it over here. How about like that? How about like this? And then we'll just make this Luna. Save. All right, and that is. We'll just move this off. That is now Luna.
Hey, Luna.
Right. And what was the speed?
It's up there 80.
80. So
Right.
that's 100. So you'd still be about 10 short of half. Oh no, that was Smock. Yeah, you get up to half. Sorry. Because you still get the bonus from your armor, so that's 100 then. Actually, you get the 10 from your alert, so you get 110. Or not alert, but your
I got movement and the other thing.
yeah. I can't remember
Yeah.
what the movement is called, but yeah, you get a total of plus 30 for 110.
So I'm going to put myself where both of them can get on me.
Alamir won't get on you. He doesn't need to.
And
Smock can.
And not to mention,
I can't
let me
carry
just
Smock,
double
though.
check. Oh wait, wrong one. That's a Quetzalcoatl. Let me open it. Strength 15. Yeah, I would actually, now that I think about it, I would let Smock ride a Quetzalcoatlus too. I think he has enough strength and movement speed. It might not. So, and if Alamir and just so you know, for future reference, if Alamir and Hef both got on, it would slow you down, but you'd still be able to fly.
Main thing is get him out here safely.
Yep.
I'm not trying to set speed records.
Understood. Okay, so that's Alamir. Anything left for you?
The last thing I'm gonna basically, if Luna shows up like that, if Hef goes with Luna, I'll just tell Smock to come to me.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Luna, before we finish this, if you are flying, you're kind of controlling. This is the first time you ever turned into this form.
Yep.
And you are flying into a kind of landing position for people to get on you. So I do need a dex save from you with the Quetzalcoatl's.
Okay. I have done flight before, but not this way. I use my, if you remember that in the past.
Yep. Can you open? You got it? Yep, you got it. Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
That is fine. All right. Smock, your turn. What are you doing?
All right. So to confirm, Hef is on Luna, going to be on Luna. Hef is embraced by Alamir. Is Hef, in my estimation, handled from he has a means to fly at this moment, and I can verify with my own eyes.
Yes, from what you've seen, as long as Hef takes the preferred, like jumps on Luna and actually, I mean, just to go back a little bit. So Luna flew up and landed, can't actually talk. So, but it's obvious. I think it's pretty obvious that Luna is waiting for someone to get on her.
As I was turning around to go back towards them, I will yell, "Jump on me," as I turned and flew back. Does that make sense?
You changed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. And Hef does appear to have heard and is responding, or at least looking like he's going to, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And everybody else here looks like they have a plan. Okay. In which case, the wings of Bahamut carry me away and I fly.
Okay.
Poor Jinx is left alone.
All right.
It's the master plan.
Yeah, Jinx is getting the Wyvern already,
Yeah, he's
supposedly.
Okay.
all right.
And then-
and are you gonna move? Are you gonna fly further this turn or wait?
I will wait. I'm going to hang around here and make sure everybody's good. I can always swap things out if I have to. So
Okay.
I'm going to wait here to try to protect if anybody needs protecting.
Got it. I'm just gonna have Hef make a. It really could be either acrobatics or athletics. So he'll do an acrobatics. He has no problem jumping up on Luna. So to front. So Hef is going to be on the Quetzalcoatl and is waiting for Luna to take off. Smock is in the air. Alamir is preparing to cast a spell.
Yep.
And then the next round, then there is the next progression of movement. You watch. There is a significant drop Luna, Alamir, Smock, you feel the ground go out from underneath your feet. And Jinx, you do as well in the stables with the wyverns. They're all screaming and very afraid. The other 4 wyverns are attempting desperately to escape. Or actually, yours would be as well.
Technically, I did say I unloosed the thing or whatever. So if it wanted to
Yep.
get out, it could just get past and get out.
Got it. So, and as a matter of fact, both that one and the 2 on the ends. I'm just gonna slightly move them. So she scrambles by you, and she scrambles by you. Go ahead and just make a. You know what? I'll hold on before you do anything. Let me just have her do something. Oh, yeah. Make a dexterity save, or an acrobatics check if you'd like.
It's over space. I'm rolling awesome. I rolled a 2 plus 7.
Woo! She's so desperate to get by you, and because of
Just a pig.
yeah, just not being, having a firm grasp on the ground to propel herself, one of her claws strikes out, and there's no room to avoid it, so it's another 14 slashing damage. And then she gets by you. For those of you outside the stables, you see you hear the rushing of the air, and you see the mountain get even larger. The weight and whatever magic propels the castle and the mountain seems to be pushing it downward and forward towards the mountain, and the speed now doubles, and it is you know that it is imminent. The crash is imminent. Over here, Luna, what do you do?
As I'm looking around, Hef's on my back now, right?
Yes, Hef is on your back.
I'm going to start taking flight and observing everything around me to dodge anything that may be above or around me to try keep from getting entangled and move myself away from this mass.
Okay, so you are right below the edge of the second level, the courtyard above, so you can propel, and it's at a tilt anyway, and it's tilting even more. I believe the tilt at this point, I don't have that. Somehow I lost that chart, but I think it's at like a full 45-degree angle.
I'm looking at the best egress to get to safe.
Yep. So you
flight there.
You launch forward and off towards the center of the courtyard in the air. So go ahead and fly yourself wherever you'd like to be, and I'll move half. Keeping in mind that flying in that direction is also still, you have the entirety of the mountain behind you still coming towards you.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the measurement thing.
It's the ruler looking thing.
Yeah. Towards the bottom of the list, like before the dice.
So I should be able to get somewhere in there.
Yep.
That's a good direction.
And you can double move too. So I will assume that you are both flying out and then also trying to fly up and out of the way.
Yes, I'm a dash. So that's going to give me 160 foot.
So
Or
Or are you just going forward, or are you trying to fly forward and curve to try to fly out of the way too?
Curve out of the way too.
Okay, then let's do it this way. Let's do just the two of you. So like to there, and then also I think about to there, right?
Oh,
So
sounds good.
Oh wait, actually, you know what? That was with just 80-foot movement. Let me go and just turn. Let me turn.
Because that's just the bird has 80-foot movement alone on its own, but that's not counting my 10-foot or my
Correct.
mobility and stuff like that.
Which is why I'm moving you out to about there.
Okay.
Okay, so Alamir Smock, you watch Luna carry Hef out as far out and then curve way off to the right and past the outer wall, ice wall of the castle.
Still above the castle in view,
So
or fell off the side?
So you're at. So make sure that you guys can see me correctly. So you're at. So from the 45-degree angle, flew straight out, and then off to the right.
And still in view.
Still. So actually out of view of you, because the corner of you can't see through this wall. So out of view. You can no longer see them.
I was highballing it.
Jinx, it is your turn. You are, you're hurt, and the wyverns, they're very slow, but they are scrambling as fast as they can towards to get outside.
I am gonna polymorph myself.
Okay.
Into a hawk.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to yell them encouragement or whatever, and then I'm gonna just polymorph myself into a hawk and just basically like follow me, just run up and I just
Caw.
Yeah, basically, and I'm just gonna fly out at whatever speed that would be.
Hawk has a speed of 60.
Sure, 60.
6 is a flying speed of 60. Let me just change this. This is now.
Are you dashing or just normal speed?
Whatever will be applicable.
There we go. Jinkin. Save. All right. I will just switch you there. So there you go. There you go. You are now a hawk.
Yep.
With 1 hit point.
Sure. I mean, it doesn't matter.
And you can move up to 120 feet. So,
well, I'm literally, if this is straight up in the air, it would literally be, I would fly out and just go straight up and, shoot out. So, I mean, that's 10, 20. I mean, it's 30 feet to get to the edge here. And basically, I can't move my thing.
Right,
Why
there
can't
you go.
I move it?
I got you. So you get out, and that's 30 feet, and then you just fly up and out. Are you flying like Luna did off to the side to avoid the momentum of all the stone and ice hurtling towards you?
That would be kind of the idea, because obviously this is going in one direction. It's not like it's swaying back and forth.
20,
So
30,
yeah,
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So you can make it just, this is the closest way to do it, just to the edge there.
that's fine.
Okay.
I hope they get out a little bit. At least a couple of them do.
Alamir.
All right, so he's going to, let me make sure I'm on here. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Alamir, now that Smock is flying, and now that Luna took half. I know you say this is a 45-degree angle, so I'm going to do my 30 feet, and if I'm sliding, I'm sliding. But I'm getting to the point where I can see Luna, and I will Dimension Door on top of Luna now.
Okay, so to get there and to stabilize yourself to cast a spell, need a dexterity saving throw. Or you can do, actually you only, yeah, you moved your full movement, so a dex save.
Hopefully, a 7 works.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't take the prone off of you. So yeah, you fall prone.
Okay.
And you fall prone as you start, and then you slide 5 feet, so you only actually end up there.
Okay, can I see Luna?
That is a good question. Let us take a look. So,
Corner to corner. Yes.
You just got far enough to be, you're lying on the ground prone, but you can see Luna flying off in the air.
Then I will Dimension Door on to right behind Hef.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check, please. And
Let's see if I can make a saving throw tonight.
Take the prone off of you. No problem. Here, I'll just throw you up there. You teleport. Let me just move you. You teleport right there behind Hef, right on the bird.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Smock.
I follow everybody else flying and getting out of the way.
And you can go 120 feet. Yep, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, so let's just do this real quick. So that's 80. So that's 80, and this is another 40. So you fly over and around, heading towards everyone else.
Yep.
The Raven, going to assume in a couple of turns
it's flying away, yes,
around, and is chasing after Alamir. Hef has nothing to do, just looking around. He yells out. He's like, he's like, wait, where's Jinx? Did Jinx get on a wyvern?
He'll be fine.
No.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
And then we're back. So, where? Hold on a sec here. I thought. There we go. This is the problem, is I think. Oh, maybe this had everything in here. Just give me one sec, because I just remembered I should have something.
You are right. Everybody should have something.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping I have this. Oh, here. I do. I have it right here. Awesome. So, you hear the ogres yelling from the towers. We're falling! Blogothkus! What is happening? No! The stone giants yelling from the doorways to the room. The stone of the mountain is the only safety. And the last you saw as you all flew off was Wigloff and Hulda running for the staircase. The kobolds could be heard screaming from inside the kitchen. One of them had opened the western door and fallen out and gone crashing down against the wall on the other building on the other side. The wyverns screeching in panic, the two still trying to break out of their stalls, and the other three just getting close to the doorway. As the castle drops and plummets even faster. The wind is howling, rushing around you. Smock, you feel more, as much as you see down below you and to your right, the castle just plummeting. It's not even going down as much as it is almost like a hurled frying pan that is just kind of floating vertically through the air. And then there's a deafening, thunderous roar, spliced with a multitude of popping sounds of ice splitting apart as the west side of the castle collides with the mountain. The stone and ice of the lower courtyard burst and buckle, catapulting pieces of ice and stone into the air. The bodies of the ogres on the battlements can be seen spinning through the air in a terrifying descent and then smashing against the side of the mountain. Huge pieces of rock and stone flying towards them. Some of them going right by you, Smock. Those inside the walls, you hear screaming and then almost instantaneously silence, other than the continued cracking and popping sounds of ice and stone as it breaks apart and almost explodes outwards in different directions. Smock, you hear a screech behind you, and hear the thump of something hitting, some debris hitting the raven, and it pops out of existence. I need you. Let's see. You are flying, so that's good. So go ahead and you look to your right, Smock. You see all the debris. You have further to go. I give you a choice. As you can try to simply avoid all the debris and hope that it breaks up enough to give you free space to continue flying. Or you can try to position yourself, go down under the debris, and try to find, so like as this wall to your right, and the piece of the courtyard that is still, that creates like this perpendicular corner, you can try to position yourself to get caught in that and avoid flying debris. But you have no idea, like that is the whole thing is hurtling towards the mountain.
All right, I will attempt to maneuver and not go into the corner.
Got it. Okay. So I just need a dexterity saving throw from you, please. Okay. You avoid one of the pieces of debris. Two others slam, one into your legs, one into your shoulder and right arm. You take actually, I'm sorry, only one piece hits you, so you're only going to take 2d10. So you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Question, Alamir? What is it?
Is it an innate ability or is it a spell? Because it's concentration.
Good question. Thank you, sir.
Spell.
It's a spell. Then roll a Constitution saving throw, please. That barely makes it. You keep your wings, your flight ability. All right, we will get back to you. Jinx, you are on the very edge, so I just need as the pieces go flying, there is debris flying everywhere, including outward towards Luna and Hef and Alamir. But you also have this whole this side, including the top section of this north side of the castle, hurtling towards you. So I need a dexterity saving throw, please, to avoid being hit by any of it. This was the time to roll a decent saving throw. You feel the air rush by you as a huge chunk of ice from the wall goes hurtling right behind you, and you're so small and light, it actually pushes you away, further away from the castle as it topples and rushes by you. Luna, with Hef and Alamir on your back, these huge pieces of ice and stone go flying all around, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you attempt to avoid them. And you do. You're far enough out to the side, you're able to just kind of glide, turn quickly, changing direction, and and the majority of the large debris just floats through the air, nowhere near hitting you, or actually barely missing you, I should say. Okay, well.
Doesn't Smock with his own aura get a bonus to a save?
He does. It's automatically built in.
Yep.
All right. Then back to here's what happens.
Okay.
So there is a loud crash. So Jinx got moved a little further. Smock, you're not in quite a position. You avoided most of the debris, but the entire the wall of the ice and the upper level just come crashing into you. So you're probably actually hit by part of the control tower on the top, and it smacks into you, and then you go flying and smack into the side of the mountain. I need one more dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Make the landing.
Go. Very good. So, you are able to cushion the blow severely. Cushioning the blow means you're going to take, you're only going to take, 17. All right, I said it. You're going to take half of this. I got to roll it it manually. Pretty sure. Yep. It's exactly average. You take, so you're going to take a total of 27 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are lying.
Done.
You're lying. Go ahead and make a con save, please, for your spell. Nope, and you lose concentration on your spell. But you are lying on. But you are lying on the side of the mountain. Rubble all around you. Off in the distance, you see the birds with Hef and Alamir, and you see. So you're on the side of a mountain. I guess I'll try to do it this way. I don't have a picture of it. And the castle crashed in like this and crumpled and is now falling away falling away from you, Smock, to tumble down the mountain. And as it does, everybody watches as the castle continues to fall apart and to you see giant bodies. You see the body of Blagothkus jump out and tumble out to the side, hundreds of feet further down the mountain, jumping off to the north, and rolling and not moving. A couple, there's lying seemingly unconscious or dead, spread out through all the debris, are a good dozen ogres. You see crushed bodies here and there of what's left of the kobolds. All right. Luna, Jinx, what are you doing?
When we're safe, I would imagine we'd be looking to figure out who's where. And if we know Smock was missing, we'd start looking for him, would we want not?
Yes. My thought is I'd go down and look for survivors or
with Smock being
non-survivors.
primary.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't have a, I'm just going to do this. Just a sense of where everyone is right now, over by Parnast, in the Great Peak Mountains. You are all, so this is, what you just crashed into would actually be this part of the range, this mountain, probably just south of Parnast. Yeah, and you do see, both of you do see Smock, I assume now standing in the rubble on the mountain.
I'd land as close as I could to him, where I could deem it was safe for my two riders.
Mm-hmm.
And then transform back and go down, make sure he is okay, and then go from there. If everybody's up to it, then we start looking for other survivors that may need help and then render help where we can.
With them doing that, since I'm still this bird, I'm still going to I'll fly and do a couple circles just to ensure there's no whatever before I land down. Mind you, I don't have the grace, intelligence, or wisdom or whatever I'm supposed to have as a bird.
2 intelligence. You have a good wisdom.
Exactly.
You have a 2 intelligence, 14 wisdom.
Yep. I know you're cognizant that you can make decisions and everything else, but I'm just saying that I would, yeah.
Right. But yeah, if you're hungry though, you might get distracted.
And Alamir's going to look for a source. See if there's anything in the wreckage that gives an idea of what caused all this.
So you'd have to go down. So you're halfway up the mountain right now. You'd have to.
That's his plan. That's his. That's his future idea.
Got it. All right. So, yeah. You're all together. Alamir wants to go check out and try to figure out what happened.
I imagine as we run across survivors, we'd be asking them if they knew what happened to cause it.
There's no cultists.
Why'd the vampire get off so early, though? Did they
Mhm.
sabotage?
Daytime. Vampire's Day.
Yeah, but they sabotaged off and then
Mhm.
they go poof later.
You're right. You're not wrong.
Wait, I see something sparkling in the distance.
It's a werewolf.
Sure that's not a vampire?
I don't know. I don't speak vampires.
All right, so let's see. First off,
But first, we need to take a short rest.
86. So you see bloodied, a bloodied and bruised and limping Blagothka stand up from the rubble far below. Looking
What about
around.
the other two, Hilga and?
You do not see them. At least not. Yeah, you don't see.
Right,
them
not yet. Okay.
The
And
real
time of day.
question-
Sorry.
The real question is, how are the wyverns, and did any of them get out?
So you see crawling out of. Well, first off, let's just do a quick. Let me just do a quick. I'll just do a general one for them. They were stuck inside as well.
I know I'm asking the important questions.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's no. I don't think there's any way that they won't survive. They're very hardy creatures, but there's quite a few. There's one with a broken wing, but the other three pull themselves out. They were all bloodied, bruised, very hurt. But three of them can still fly, and they take off upwards. The last one tries to follow them, but is limping along slowly across the rubble.
I will go to the last one, and I will try to, handle it well, and at the same time, give a little healing to it. Not that my healing's gonna be a lot, but something.
Roll a d4 for me. Or I'm sorry, how many were there? There was 1, 2. There were weren't there 5? 1, 2, 3, 3. There were 5. Yeah, go ahead and just roll a d4 for me.
Not a D10.
Nope, d4.
Yeah. Oh, then I roll max. Sure.
Nope, it's not. So it's not the one that you knew that you helped before.
That's fine.
And so go ahead and make an animal handling check.
The skill checks are going to be horrible tonight.
Ooh, it is afraid and angry and if it won't let you close to it.
Okay, I don't need to get close to it,
Uh-huh.
but as what I was trying to say before is I just wanted to cast. I was just going to cast Healing Word
Okay, got it. I'm sorry.
because that's my only healing spell, so
Cool.
that's what I was going to do regardless.
Yep.
So really, that was what the whole point of it was.
Go ahead and roll.
So
8. Wow.
It's 18 points. So he hears my words and does feel refreshed a little bit. Maybe.
And it's just enough to mend its wing, just enough so that it's able to then take off and fly away.
I smile and wave.
So there are. I already rolled this. Where did I roll it? Didn't I roll it? No, I guess I didn't quite yet. There are 5 ogres still alive. Blagothkus is going around and helping them. There are dislocated shoulders, one broken ankle. They're very bloodied and bruised, but they're hardy. They're hardy creatures, and they're making the best of it. And looking around. You see Blagothkus look up at all of you and waves and motions for you to come down if you can.
I mean, I don't see why not. Just so you guys, just so they know, I'm like ready trying to point out the fact that I am not a doctor. I am not a person that can heal them. And I don't really care if they live or die.
So you guys going to go down?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You pick your way through the rubble. Occasional signs of, the gory messes of either an ogre or the very bits and pieces of the kobolds, and you do pass to the right of you what you can tell is the body of a griffin, the one probably that you were told watched the kobolds in the kitchen. Blagothkus takes a few steps coming up to meet you. He goes, "Well, I was glad to see you all made it. I wish you would have followed me into the tower. I think I found what was causing the problem. What made the castle fall. If I had been able to dispel it, get rid of the magic somehow, maybe we could have saved the castle and prevented all of this."
Here, I thought you just thrown a great party.
Well, it's too late now, but
I didn't think we were allowed to follow you.
So there was something magical that caused this?
there was some foul magic interfering with the controls, and I couldn't get rid of it. My wife's spirit, and you see he chokes up and a tear begins forming in his left eye. She could not control the castle, could not do as was asked, and her spirit was evaporating, disappearing, even as we begin to descend towards the mountain. I had just a few words with her spirit before we hit. I believe I know this was the work of that red wizard, Rathmodar. It had to be. He was the only one who visited recently who could have done this. And I vow that for his tampering in the death of my wife's spirit, he and the rest of the cult will pay. It will take me time, but I am going to go north and gather my kin. And I pledge to help you and the other small people however we can in this battle against the cult of the dragon.
Do we have any former knowledge where he might be going, the Red Wizard?
No. Yeah, just
That'd be something I'd ask him if he had any idea where the Red Wizard
he
may be
did.
going then.
The only Perhaps he continued on to the Well of Dragons, which was our destination. But other than that, I know not where he could be unless he was to go back to his homeland. Can I ask just one favor from you all?
Raise his eyebrow.
I cannot take the time to head west. I must go straight to find my kin. Could you please relay my offer of help to the leaders of the factions of Waterdeep? I know that they have gathered and are in some sort of conference there. Would you please do that for me?
Sure. Do you want to write a scroll out for it?
No, just relay the message. Just tell them that tell them that they can send a message north to the clans of, and he says a name, just send a message in my name, and I shall get it.
We'll deliver it as soon as we can.
Thank you. He looks around at all of the carnage and the rubble, shakes his head, and with a determined look begins marching north down the side of the mountain, and the ogres, as best they can, all follow him.
I will have provided some healing to the ones that was worst hurt.
Pretty good. So of the 5, say one got lucky, 3 of them could use some healing to be able to travel well.
How much healing? Because I can help them out. Oh, never mind. Luna got it.
So, yep. The
And then
10,
there's
the,
a
t-
third
the,
one.
10 the 10 would do it. The 4, the 7.
Do you need another heal?
Let me just do something really quick here. Yeah, you'll need.
I totally didn't know that he could cast heal.
Very funny. Yes, the 10 did it, but the 4 and the 7 isn't quite enough.
Well, 4 and 7 gave 1 11 then. And then I got...
Or just... Well, okay, that's fine.
And then here we go. The other one hurt pretty bad?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, they all... That's fine. That's good. Thank you.
I kind of wish he was telling me he was going to cast a healing spell on these damn guys.
And as they go walking away, there is a groan and a sound, and this huge block of stone covered in ice, and the ice cracks and falls away to either side, and then the huge block of stone goes flying through the air about 30 feet, crashing into a pile of rubble. And out of the rubble underneath it, you see Wigloff crawl out, bruised and battered, but still in much better shape than even Blagothkus. And he turns and pulls Hulda out, and the 2 stone giants come out and begin making their way over to Blagothkus. And they look over at you and they wave. And
I'll wave back.
Blagothkus clasps hands with them, big strong predator handshakes, and then they all turn and walk northward down the mountain. All right, and you guys are left alone on the side of this mountain.
Y'all notice I did not say exactly when we deliver it, just as soon as we could, in case we get delayed other directions or something.
So my suggestion is we go to Parnest.
So down below you see at the base of the mountain to the north, you see the hills, the forest-covered hills, where you first teleported in, and in the middle of that, up on part of the small little hill on the base of the mountain to your left, to the east and a little north, is the lodge where you talk to Talus the White. What would you like to do?
The question is, does Alamar want to go for the Talus the White? I don't know you guys, but we're close to Parnest, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Parnest is on the other side of that, yes.
And technically, we did what we said we were supposed to do, but we kind of did more. Didn't we? We were told to weasel out to stop the cultists from continuing what they were doing.
And we kind of stopped them. And we thinned out their ranks. We kind of helped bring down a stone giant island. Or sorry, cloud giant island. A dragon and several other key leaders. I mean, we probably killed a vampire too, but we can't take credit for that.
We can. I mean,
Does that mean level 10? Okay. Yeah, we can let White know what's going on. Explain what the issue is, and that there will be no more delivery of the gold. At least from that way. At least that, we're not piling it on top of a floating island anymore.
Nice.
That's going to slow down the delivery of funds. We also cost them some of their allies too, and gained allies of our own.
We could tell them that the White Dragon took the treasure that it did have and decided to say, basically, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Flew away with it?
Yep, took it all back.
We could.
Okay, so you guys want to head over and talk to that guy first, then...
Well, the other thing is we can utilize the teleportation circles to get us back to closer to Neverwinter. Or Waterdeep, whichever way we need to go. The other thing is give me a night and I can rememorize my spells and actually create a teleportation circle to take us directly to Neverwinter or Waterdeep. Because I've already drawn those receiving circles down.
Just gotta watch when you all of a sudden appear there.
So just for clarification, is Alamir, you have teleportation now? Circular teleportation?
It's as a level 5, it is there. I don't have it memorized.
Oh, you don't have it memorized, but you had it learned.
In fact, I got it from one of the books, if I remember correctly. I can check that out.
Oh.
Give me a second. I think it was. I got to find it.
Well, it would be in the book, but you would need to transcribe it.
Correct. I have access to it.
Yep.
So it's nothing that would take, but like 10 minutes.
Maybe 20.
So
Okay,
it
maybe
sounds
30.
like we need to get to a town or a lodge or something that's fairly safe for us.
Not his. Is it Blurbles? Oh, sorry. I thought he had teleportation. He has telekinesis. So no, I do not have teleportation, so I can't pop directly to the city. But we can ask which one of the portals that they have takes us closest to it.
So you didn't take it then as one of your level 5 spells. You're at level 9.
I could only take one.
You get 2.
Did I get 2?
Each level you get 2. You pick 2 spells.
Oh, I took 1.
And plus you get the 1 free one.
I only took 1, so I will add it then, just because you told me that.
Yes, you get 2 every level. That is rules as written. And that's not even anything special for me.
I'm special. I know that.
You're very special.
All right, so I will learn it, but I'm not going to prepare it until I need it.
Okay.
So, and if that's what we choose to do, I will then learn it and then create the teleportation circle like the next day, because it'll take me at least level 5 hours to transcribe it, or is it 10? Is it 2 hours per level, or is it 1 hour?
I'm sorry, to do what?
To put it into your spell book.
Well, if you when you take it as leveling up, it automatically goes in your spell book. It's something you've been working on then.
Okay, then I can plop it in as a learn to swap out my blight for it, and we can do it.
Yep.
But it takes an hour to do. So that's if we want to go to Waterdeep or straight to Waterdeep.
And with it in your spell book, it's a ritual, right? So you could do it anytime you want. You don't have to learn it.
Is it ritual? It's not a ritual. I didn't see it.
Okay.
It's a spell. I don't see it as a ritual.
Okay. In my head, I thought it was a ritual, but you're right.
It does not have an R next to it, so
I think that is correct. They kept them as spells so that they couldn't be abused. Okay.
I'm not creating a permanent one, and no, it only takes me 1 round to 1 minute to do it.
Yep.
A lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So that's what we have to decide. Do we want to go to Parnast and talk to the White, or do we want to go just straight to Neverwinter and Waterdeep and kind of forget this side of the world?
So just to clarify, I know it's been a few weeks. Talus the White was in the hunting lodge.
Right.
And and Parnast is the small little village that was
nearest to it.
That is on the other side of it. Right.
Right. It's the closest village that has connection to the hunting lodge.
Correct. Yes.
So I wouldn't be going to Parnast to see the White. We would be going to the hunting lodge outside of Parnast.
If you wanted to speak to Talus, yes.
Correct. So that's why I'm asking everybody. Do we want to go talk to Talus, or do we want to just go to Waterdeep or Neverwinter? Sorry, Bio.
Is there anything we learned from the White?
Well, I don't know if it'd be a learning thing.
Would it behoove us to go to him or skip him? I'm good either way.
What do we have to learn?
Well,
what's
here's the thing. He wanted us to basically stop what was going on, which we did.
So we may tell him that.
We can tell him that, because even though he's of the White, he's not one of the 5 heads of the Dragon Clan. Now, he wanted to go against the Dragon Clan.
Or so he said.
So he said, exactly. Do we take that? Because did we just take an obstacle or a funding for the cultists, the Dragon cult? Did we just take money out of their pockets, including the White, Talus? If he truly is what he said he was, somebody who wanted to stop that from happening.
So she.
She.
And she specifically, similar to some other people you've talked to, she simply said that she wasn't a believer or follower in what the current leadership was doing, and wanted to see the summoning of Tiamat fail. Because she is part of a group of cultists that want to return to the old way of doing things.
The old ways, yeah.
Is there any way somebody can send her a message telepathically or something like that? Or Raven? And we head the other way just in case she's planning double cross us?
Everyone
At the
make
end?
a perception check, please. I guess I'll do it for Hef too.
Does that everybody do perception?
Yep. Oh! There's the redemption right there. Jinx.
Yeah, I don't know why it goes now, you know.
You're sitting there, still sore and bruised from the and severely scratched up from the wyvern attacks before, and you're just kind of listening, taking in the conversation, and you look up in the sky, in the direction of Parnast and the hunting lodge, and rising up into the air, and circling above the trees that are still fairly far down below you, since you're still on the side of the mountain. You see what looks like what could be 5 wyverns flying in the direction of where the castle and the flying castle and mountain ended and split apart at the base of the mountain.
Is there people on the wyverns?
Yes, you clearly can discern that they are being ridden.
The wyverns went home.
Are there colors? I mean, are they like, they got the regalia of,
I'll tell you,
whatever.
They're dark clothed forms that you would imagine were some of those knights that you had met that were employed as guards by Talus, and you see the lead figure, the colors that they are wearing give you the distinct impression that it's probably her.
I know I'm out of range, but I want to cast Polymorph on the drake that she's riding into a worm and let her fall. I'm joking.
Yeah, you're definitely too far. And you're just watching that. Do you point that out, or?
Yeah, I'll point it out to probably Hef and Smock, because they're the ones that would care the most.
And as you all look down and are watching, and you see the wyverns, one of them stays up in the air, kind of hovering in a circle, and the others land, and you see what is definitely Talus the White get off her mount, and head over to some aspect of the rubble that you can't really tell details of at this distance, and they seem to be clearing some of the rubble away, and then one of the dark clad figures hands something up to her, and she takes it and screams this blood-curdling yell of anger.
don't think we
That's
should
the
go.
white dragon.
We cracked the egg. Oh well.
At this point, the ritual starts to be the teleportation starts to be created. Do I have notes?
Do you all do anything other than stand and watch?
Do we want to go towards her, or do we want to go away, or do we want to just sit there?
Well, we're pretty beat up, and with her being not a color of the dragon cult, but up there, I don't think it's going to be a friendly conversation.
Probably not.
We can always play dumb and go, there was a white dragon?
Is there anybody that needs healing here real quick?
There's a big guy, Smock, probably.
Do you do AoE healing or do you do regular healing?
I
The
don't.
other thing is, would we have been able to take a short rest during this time, Tom?
It hasn't been long enough for a short rest.
Okay. I don't... Okay, personally, Elamir does not think we should talk to her right now. Especially since she's pissed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
She starts looking our way. Yeah, if you can teleport us out here.
Then I will start to create a teleportation circle. The question is, do we want to go to Waterdeep or Neverwinter?
Do you have the teleportation
I have
circle
both.
ready?
No, I'm saying it'll take me... It says 1 minute.
Right, but you said you didn't have it memorized, prepared.
Oh, correct. Yeah, you're right. So, no, I do not have it ready to go.
I mean, if you really want to, you could do your little thing and make yourself a little hut.
Yeah, we could do a tiny hut and they'd never see us.
Oh, you could do that, and you could also there's lots of rubble around to hide in.
Mm-hmm. Find a little alcove, 10 by 10 foot alcove. And
Either way, if we're not going to go up to them, we should probably make sure that we're
hidden.
Just because, and if they find us, just be like, oh, we're covered with, whatever, we can play our way up. But it'll be
exactly. We are just fixing ourselves.
Okay.
We're getting some rest.
Everybody make let's do a group stealth for your hiding with advantage. So just a normal roll from Smock. Just to see how well you...
Here we go. Look at Alamar.
Whoa, Hef.
You all suck.
Hef. Okay. Wow.
That's like an average of 10.
Yeah, Hef rolled a 1 and a 3. Okay.
I don't know, do your math.
Wow.
18, 31, 41, 46, 56, 56, 11, 67 divided by 5?
6 divided by...
6.
So that's like an 11.
No, divide by 5. You're right.
So that's a 14.
14. All right. Thank goodness for... Well, and actually and add 1 to it. So whenever you crit, I add 5 to the result when it comes to calculating things like this.
Divided by 5 is... Yeah. The 13, yeah. 13.
13.
So 14 with your bonus one.
14. Okay. All right.
And I'm going to cast a tiny hut. Just so it's used.
Actually, I don't want to do it that way. You know what? I'm just going to do this. You guys lucked out.
And it'll take... within that 8 hours, I can swap the spell out. So we can even go from here to the cities.
You hear yelling in the distance, and it gets a little closer, and then moves further away and closer. Like you can tell, they're flying around in patterns. But nothing gets close enough to you to be able to find your hiding spot, and then eventually the sounds go away and they fly off. And you are left alone on the side of the mountain.
I wonder if it's a white dragon mare mad or something else.
And while we're in here, we can take a short rest, not a long rest.
Mm-hmm. You can take a short rest, yes.
I mean, long rest considers 6 hours, right? So could we take a long rest? Or has it been not long enough since our last one? I don't know the time of day.
That is a good question. It was early morning when all this first started. So
okay,
yeah,
it's only been a few hours.
At best, it's like late morning.
Okay, so then with short rest?
Yep, short rest.
So short rest, I'm going to get one of my slots back, one of my 4th level slots back.
But if you want to just hang out in the hut until you take a long rest, until the next morning, you can certainly do that.
Well, the hut, I'd have to recast it, which is still no big deal.
Because
we can do that. Would you guys rather take a short rest and get out of here, or take a back-to-back 8 hours and get a long rest? Smock?
No preference.
Yeah, I'm okay either way.
But either way, we're going to be in a city where we can rest.
Our druid burned a lot of spells. If we feel we can travel without worrying about that.
Well, short rest. Do you get anything back, Luna? Short rest?
Not on spells, but I used very low level ones.
Okay.
So,
and then short rest, because that gives me one more of my levels back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to transcribe teleportation in the circle so we can actually port out of here to the city. Now, I asked before, any preference on Neverwinter? Shoot, who do I got? I got Neverwinter. I have Waterdeep.
How do you have Neverwinter?
You said I have a list here. Waterdeep have sketched pattern of teleportation circle. Neverwinter sketched the teleportation circle. I only have Baldur's Gate, Candlekeep, and
you must have maybe gotten Neverwinter during your travels.
Maybe. And then we also have the teleportation circle with the word of Drezier that got us to the outside of Parnest from the bottom of that castle or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's in my notes. That's why I went to go look for it.
For the record, though, that circle, the teleportation circles between here and the castle Neritar is not actually a circle that you can use this particular spell for.
Right, it's an activation word.
Correct.
It's a portal.
Right.
Got that. I have that.
Okay.
So I have Baldur's Gate, Candlekeep, Neverwinter, Waterford. Daggerford had no teleportation circle, that we know of.
That you know of.
And Gallivan is pissed at us.
Galvin? Yes.
Galvin is pissed at us. Yes.
Those are your notes. Awesome.
Just happen to be with those notes. Because Razmir's dead. Doesn't matter. So which one? Does it matter? Neverwinter or Waterdeep?
Isn't Waterdeep sort of the center of the politics?
Yes.
Do we want to be involved in that?
Neverwinter's, and then we have Baldur's Gate, the shady side of the world.
Again, from a mission standpoint, what is our mission currently? Are we between missions at this point?
Our mission is still to destroy the dragon cultists, the cult, and stop Tiamat from coming out.
Where would be a good place to at least
report back to our headquarters?
You mean like to our Harpers and your
all cities have it.
Every city's fine.
What's up?
Yeah. But isn't Waterdeep sort of where the central leaders are of that kind of thing?
Yeah, Waterdeep, yeah.
And just to clarify, the last official mission you were given was the continuation of the tracking the treasure. Where is it going?
We found it.
Well, so we completed that.
So we can turn that into our harpers or whoever, blah 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 blah.
Our handlers. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Good word. Our handlers. So yeah, Neverwinter would probably be the best place to find all of them. But if I remember correctly, we actually had the meeting that gave us that in the inn in Waterdeep.
Well, you all had different meetings with your respective
Different peoples.
Heads of, yeah, because you represent 3 different factions.
But again, Neverwinter will have all of them.
Yep.
All of every city will pretty much have them. I mean, Waterdeep.
Waterdeep, yes. Waterdeep for sure. Baldur's Gate didn't.
That's because it's the seediest place in the world.
and Neverwinter is an unknown. Remember, Neverwinter is rebuilding. They're not as.
So Waterdeep it is. I just don't have any notes about Waterdeep.
Let me. What was I doing?
Except that we pissed off 2 people.
I don't remember you upsetting anyone. Well, just Galvin. That was the last attack by Galvin.
And some other guy who said
on fire, maybe.
What was I doing? I can't. I was going to look something up. Now I can't remember exactly what it is. Oh, I know what I was going to. All right. All right. I am assuming.
Because we caravanned from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep.
Yep.
Then we got off and went to the Mirror of the Dead Man.
If I remember correctly, you were given the Waterdeep circle for the Harpers, since you're a Harper. That is what I assume happened, even though it's not in my notes.
Okay.
All right. So everyone gets a long rest after Alamir casts a second Leomund's tiny hut, and you spend the night.
These are big long rests.
And the next morning, Alamir, I assume you're using your spell?
Yep.
All right. I'm not gonna worry about exactly where it is, but somewhere within the. I'm pretty sure it's.
I don't. It's not. All I have is a circle. I don't have where.
Yeah, and. I mean, I could look it up, but I don't think it's that critical. Unless you guys are just dying to know exactly where you come in.
Well, now that you mention it.
Yeah, really. But if I remember correctly, the Emerald Enclave was over in this section because that's where Luna went off to go.
In
to,
where?
In the forestry area over here, wasn't it? It was in a park, I thought.
Nope, that's a park. No,
that's what I thought it was.
It was like somewhere up here.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in a park.
Maybe up here.
Okay.
It was like I think around up here somewhere. It was somewhere up here. No, it was a house.
Okay.
The Falcons.
Okay.
All right. So.
Do we go back to the same inn, guys, that we were before, so people know we're back, or do we find some place else?
I don't see why not.
Can.
Okay. Let me just.
Same place is fine for me.
Okay.
I guess we have no excuse not to deliver that letter right away, or the information right away either.
True.
Well, we get there first thing in the morning. So it's not like we took all day to get here. We sneezed and poof, we were there.
So I'm hearing breakfast.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm glad I looked it up. So this park area that you were just referring to, that's actually the City of the Dead. That is the walled area of crypts.
Okay, so not going there.
In the city? No, you actually are, because that's where the Harper Teleportation Network Circle is.
All right, so now we know it's over here. We walk out of the dead.
You get to the so fortunately it's early in the morning. You walk, so you appear in a large crypt. There is you appear, and there is this young teenage boy, maybe 13, maybe 14, and who all of a sudden like comes awake. He's got he had like a book open sitting across his chest. He was leaned back in a chair, and was obviously sleeping. And he comes awake and he's like, hello, welcome to Waterdeep. I just need your names for the log. What? Who are you?
I will walk up and I will look at this. I ask to see the log.
And he goes, Can you show me your symbol?
And I show him the Harper.
Okay. All right. And he shows you, and it's a.
Hey, I'm not asking for
dates
the
and times.
It's one, and he see if it was like Bob. Looking at names of who's come through, maybe not knowing any of them, but seeing if it's aliases type names or if it's real names.
Many of them look like real names.
Okay.
If at least like first name stuff like that. There is quite every interspersed here and there is just like
Doctor.
asterisk B. There's a lot of asterisk B. No description next to it, just asterisk B.
And I'm not going to be that snooty about it. I'm going to write Alistair.
But he asked for your name. He's writing it down.
Okay, and I say Alistair.
And yep, and he Alistair, and
now in any of those names, was it asterisk B, Bill and company, or were they only individual names?
So there is a couple like that, especially when it's like there's the asterisk B +3.
Okay, and then I'm going to say Alistair +4, and I'm going to give him a gold coin.
I'm sorry, sir. No, I don't know any of you. I must take all of your names down, just like these others that were. You have to be very well known to just kind of skip that part.
Like asterisk B.
Oh, that's the Black Staff. Yes.
And then I tell them it's up to them if they want to give their names. But I still give them the gold. Yeah, Billy, Steve, Larry.
I would love to give you my name. My name is Gypsy Phoenix.
There you go.
Just roll a deception check for me, just because.
I'm gonna give him a gold. That's a hell of a deception check.
He's like, oh, I think I've heard of you. Welcome, Mr. Phoenix.
Asterisk P.
Okay, I gotta get.
If you could, please.
And he looks at Smock. And you are?
Asterisk S.
Smock.
And he makes sure he spells it correctly.
Yes,
then,
just like the thing that artists wear.
And Hef's right next to you, so he gets Hef's name. And then he looks at Luna. And you, madam?
She's mute, apparently.
Yeah, it doesn't have a name, sorry.
I'm the master's assistant. And I point at our star.
Oh.
Alamar.
A name, please? Is there a name?
Luna.
Oh, I was going to say, just call him Flunky. Call her Flunky.
Luna. Thank you all so much. If you just go up the stairs, there's the just go
Coffee
up the
and
two flights of
biscuits?
stairs. There is a latch to the left of the door. You just turn it to the left, and you'll be able to push the door open. It locks behind you. And the closest gate is just to your right, about 3 blocks.
And again, I still give him the gold for helping.
Thank you,
And,
thank you, sir.
And walk out?
And please don't tell anyone I was sleeping.
And I just continue to walk.
Okay.
They can respond if they want, but I don't care.
All right. You enter out into the bright. Actually, what do you enter out in? What is the weather? Tell me your weather.
Slightly sunny with a chance of rain.
Duncan
Snow after
says, "Oh, it is rainy. It is about. It's in the. It's still morning, so it's in the mid 60s, and there's about a 10 or 12 mile per hour wind blowing from Oceanside, so from the west, blowing east, and it's a nice light drizzle. And you make your way to the nearest gate, which actually you're not that far.
3 blocks. Bah!
Yeah. I guess you have a ways to go back to the way of the dragon and make your way south.
3
We can make
blocks.
that walk easy, though.
Yeah.
So, where are you going straight from here? Are you going to get a place to stay?
It's, as we said, it's like 8:05. It hasn't gotten too far. I think we do our business first.
Okay.
We go to the Harper's Enclave, all that first.
Is everyone going together, or is everyone going to their perspective?
I'll go with them to the Harper's first, and then I'll go to the Emerald Enclave afterwards. And they
Sounds
can
like
come
a
with
plan.
me if they like.
Yeah, that sounds fine, because you said somewhere up here. Does Alamir know... where's the inn that we stayed in last time, just so we know where to meet?
It's south of you, so if you look on the south, see the call-out area? It's in that call-out box.
Okay, so somewhere down there, got it.
Yeah.
Throwing out an idea. Should we consider going as one group, filling out the whole picture, the whole story, so that all the factions have similar knowledge and background? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know, but I don't think the Enclave will allow the Harpers to come in.
The point would be to at least offer it. You don't know till you ask.
True.
Well,
But do we know that?
And that's why I was going to go to the Harper's first. And then when I went over to Emerald Enclave, Harper's allowed me to come in, fill in my piece. I'd like my companions to come in so we can give y'all everything.
But the question is...
And chances are good, if we're not into politics, we wouldn't know necessarily that they wouldn't let each other in. We have world-changing information that the world is about to have something nasty happen.
And we're special.
Well, we think we're special, and we'll be patronized like we are.
Oh, definitely. Jinx is gonna work on his today. All right, we can try. Let's go into. We'll go to the. Where's the? I know we're up here somewhere. Where's
So
the
you see
Harpers?
where I'm pinging right now?
Yeah, got up at Dolores Street or
Delzorin
Delorme.
Street. That is where
Harp.
the House of Romalia Haventree is, and that she is the current faction leader in Waterdeep.
And you said somewhere over here was the Enclave.
So the
We could-
Emerald Enclave is at the Falconmere compound, which is 1 block south of Colot Towers in South Ward. So I guess maybe you were right. It is down.
Here is an idea. Since most of the group is Harpers, we go with Harpers and ask them if they could invite a leader from Emerald Enclave and then the other leader from the other faction, since we got 3 factions all together, and then we brief all 3 factions at the same time.
I mean,
Are you the Brotherhood, Smock? What are you?
Order of the Gauntlet.
Order of the Gauntlet, okay. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
And the Order of the Gauntlet is really easy because they are in the Halls of Justice in the Castle Ward.
And as we're heading that way, if I notice anybody that I know to be Emerald Enclave, I'd ask them to run up to Emerald Enclave, see if they could meet us down at the Harpers.
Okay. Actually, yeah, I had it wrong, but like where you meet people is way to the south, down by the south gate, south of where
Yes.
you guys are staying. You don't see anyone walking around that you know. So you guys you're walking up towards Delzorin Street.
Yep.
You going like up via the high road or kind of the back streets?
I'm thinking back streets.
Okay. So you're heading up the back streets. The city is beginning to bustle. I mean, this is Waterdeep. There's activity at all times of day, and as soon as the sun comes up, people are looking to make money. City of Splendors is a lot. It's very much like the Faerun equivalent of like New York City.
Gotcha. Does Alamir know the city well?
Well enough.
Okay.
Well enough. You spend a good amount of time here. I mean, this is
to not get lost.
Waterdeep is pretty much the central hub of Western Faerun commerce.
Okay.
So.
See, I still thought the Harper's things was in this thing area right here. I thought he was actually there was a place in here you mentioned.
There is. So there is
okay.
a secret
I'm not mistaken,
that you get to by from along the coastal,
yep.
But that's a secret meeting place.
Yeah, I don't know that. Right. You know it. I don't.
All right. So you're heading up to Delzorin Street.
Do I see Emerald representatives on my way?
No, you don't. It's pretty clear to you by now, Luna, that while there's representatives here, it is very unusual, very rare to run into one of your order, especially in a city.
Yes.
Question for everyone is, are any of you showing your faction pendants as you walk?
Mine is always invisible.
Yep.
Yeah, mine's.
I assume that for the Harpers, but what about Smock and Luna?
Smock walks around like this.
Subdued.
What's that? I'm sorry, Luna?
I normally keep mine subdued under where most can't see it. I might keep just a piece that somebody would know exactly what it was if they were a member
would
Like-
notice, oh, there's a piece sticking out.
Like
but
just the stem piece. That could be
Yes.
almost anything.
yes,
Smock, and what about you?
I would pretty much say out loud as we're walking, we are battling evil. We have an extraordinary task in front of us. All of us must display strength and bravery, and I will flip open the Order of the Gauntlet as we're walking forward.
Are you taking point then?
I
Am
pull
I
my
taking-
cloak over my head to cover my face.
I
I
can't,
just shake my head.
and I will say something to the effect of, "It's time to come together to have a discussion." And if I see anybody that I recognize as a fellow Order of the Gauntlet, I'll make a point of going up to them and saying, "Please let the leaders know we need to have a discussion."
Got it.
But on the way there, do you take point in our group?
I can, sure.
Then Elamir would be like, yeah, good.
I mean, but I don't know where you're.
Well, no, I've been telling you where we're going.
Okay.
I'm just,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm sitting there saying we're taking a long. We got what 12, 14 blocks before we get there.
Yeah.
Getting your steps in.
Good.
So Smock and Luna, would each of you make a luck roll, 2d10, please?
Hey, you're sweet baby. Be right back.
Okay. Nothing. You don't see anyone of the order for either of your orders as you're walking. Showing the symbol out in the open, Smock doesn't seem to draw any attention. No one really seems to recognize it. Smock, go ahead and make a perception check, please. Okay. Yep. Everything.
I've fallen back a little bit where there's a couple people between me and Smock.
Yep, that's fine. Okay. So you hear as you are walking, you reach about you're about halfway there by now. You've been walking for a good amount of time, probably, I don't know, 40 minutes. You're making your way there. And there is a fluttering from above you. You look up. Each of you can look up. And Jinx, you all see a raven.
Does it look like Alamir's raven?
It does not.
Or our friend Raven.
So I will say that to anyone skilled in nature, you immediately recognize that it is not a real raven. And with that knowledge, Jinx, you think you recognize this raven from your meeting with Ramalia Haventree. And it flies down and looks like it's attempting to land on your shoulder or arm, Jinx.
I put my arm out.
And it lands right on it. And the beak opens, and out of the raven, it says...
D4.
Says, "Head to the Lord's palace. Head to the Lord's palace. Meeting. And then it flies off.
So that's where we head.
We'll head to the Lord's palace.
Looks like, yeah, we're going to Lord's Palace.
All right. You all
Follow the yellow brick road.
You all head to the Lord's palace. I'm trying to think here. Do I have... I think I actually have some stuff here. I don't have a picture. Do I have a picture of that? No. I don't think I do. You head to the Lord's palace, and you are all met So actually, at the palace, there are gates and guards. It's like going to Buckingham Palace, and there is huge gate, and it is closed, maybe slightly ajar, but there are lots of guards keeping watch. More guards than you would expect to see in just a normal day. Smock, you especially be like, this seems like an inordinate amount of security. Even like within a city this well, a walled city like this and this well protected. And as you all approach, a figure breaks away from a group of guards on the other side of the gate and steps through. Everybody but Smock immediately recognizes her. One sec here. Oh, I guess I didn't bring her down. Hold on one sec.
I'm sitting here going, who are you bringing up?
Waterdeep, there we go. You see a very familiar face.
Schwan.
And she gives a huge beaming smile as she steps forward, and she nods to you, Smock, with a smile, but then steps between Smock and Hef and begins to give big hugs to Jinx and then Alamir and Luna, and then turns and to Smock and Hef she says, Smock and Hef, I've heard much of you, but it is a pleasure to meet you as much as it is to see the rest of you again. I'm so pleased. I am Schwa-An, she says to Smock. I have known the rest of these along with Spot since their days as kids growing up in the streets of Hill's Edge.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
And as I said, my pleasure. It is both a pleasure and a great joy to meet you and to see you all. Please, come in. Let us. Everyone is inside waiting. This is actually this is good timing. This is perfect timing. This is to be the first official council meeting of the council, of all of the representatives of the factions within the realm, specifically to discuss what to do about the Cult of the Dragon.
Are you sure you can trust the Zentarum here?
I'm sorry? There's Zentarum here?
You said all the factions, right?
Oh. Yes, there is in fact a member of the Zentarum, and they have as much reason to want to stop the cult as we do. So that is simply so they simply are going to be part of the proceedings. But please, come on in.
As we're walking in.
Somebody smarter than Smock's going to have to figure out the politics.
As we're walking in, I do point out the fact that I still have my loot, and it's in perfect shape, and a scratch on it, and all that wonderful stuff.
Luna, how did you? You're using your some armor, or you did disguise self. Got it. Okay,
Yes.
so you just
Mine's
created
glamour.
illusion. Nice. All right. So she takes you inside, and you are ushered directly to a large hall. So this is the hall of
I
the
did that out of respect.
Excellent. Although I'm sure you all kind of, unless Jinx has done something
Stick up
about
with
it,
a
you
sore
all
thumb.
probably smell of the road. or
On that
Alamir,
note,
I'm sorry. Unless
prestidigitation.
Alamir or Jinx.
Alamir's wearing the
Presentation
same
for
robe. He
myself, of
stinks.
course.
That's just smock. We can't help it.
Yeah, we let Smock be Smock. He's part of that order that doesn't care.
I'll prestidigitation and unstink.
It's actually called the Order. No, I'm sorry, Order
Odor.
of the Gauntlet.
So we don't need to role play through all this. So here's how I would like to do at least like this particular.
Alamir would like to cast Fireball when he walks in the room.
Alamir cast Fireball. Yes, of course. So for all of your factions plus, so here's all the people that you see. So you see, and Jinx and Alamir roll either. Roll history checks for me, and or Jinx, if you'd rather do factions and politics, you could do that. It's up to you. Nice, Alamir, got a nice. All right, so so Jinx, you see a few faces. So you all see older Ravengard from Baldur's Gate, who you recognize, who you talked to when you were there and you met. Ramalia Haventree, that Jinx has already met, and that is the head of the Harpers within the faction. Anthar Froom, who you all know from Elturel. And you see a few others. And two of them, Jinx, you immediately recognize. Several you kind of, and as you hear the names, like everyone has heard the name Laeral Silverhand. Everyone.
I thought we met her.
Did you meet Laeral?
I thought we met I want to say the queen, but she was a harper. I thought. Never mind. Might not have been her.
I think you're thinking of the woman that you met, who was the head of Elturel.
Maybe. Okay.
Or actually, not Elturel. That was actually in Berdusk.
Okay. Then never mind.
So
I don't think I remember her.
Laeral Silverhand is of the Silverhands of Silvery Moon, and Laeral Silverhand. Everyone knows the name. She used to be the High Mage and leader of Silvery Moon. She is now. You've heard rumors that she recently took over as open lord and ruler of Waterdeep, taking over from Dagult Neverember, who is now focused again on rebuilding
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Laeral Silverhand is a powerful wizard and a chosen of Mystra, one of the chosen. She was born, Alamir would know this specifically with his history check. She was born in 765 DR.
She's been around a while.
Yeah, considering that this is year 1503. And she's human male. So, but that is...
She's human male?
Or human female, sorry. She's a human female.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
So, but that could be...
So she looks good for her age.
She looks very good for her age, but again, she is both a powerful wizard and a chosen of a goddess.
Can I warn her about something coming in the long-term future called the Spell Plague?
Technically, that would have been in the past and did not happen in this world.
Oh,
so
okay.
Daggelt Neverember is the name everybody knows, and the story is he's high-strung. Many people consider him to be a good leader person. Not everyone agrees with his methods. King Melendrock is the other person that awes Jinx and Alamir alike. No one else would necessarily recognize King Melendrock. He is the king of the wild elves in the Misty Forest.
Question for you. I know this is mid-talk. Does him and Silverhand exchange any glances because of knowing each other pretty well already, since they've both been alive for as long as they have?
You can keep watch and look and see. King Melendrock seems to really be keeping to himself.
I mean, he is an elf. What do you expect?
And a wild elf at that. You know him by reputation to be a very careful, methodical thinker, leader. He is an accomplished fighter. He has some. He is rumored to have the ability to wild shape. And he has been alive for quite a while longer than Laeral Silverhand has. Alamir and Jinx would probably place him at somewhere, definitely over 1,000 years old.
And he doesn't look good for his age.
I don't know.
Compared to Lariel, I mean, come on.
If you were 1,000 plus, look as good you hope to, right?
Probably. It's a lot of Lord's Alliance here.
So yes, but that is because that is the nature of the Lord's Alliance. Whereas the other factions, the Harpers, the Order of the Gauntlet, the Emerald Enclave, as well as and I'll bring up another picture in a sec here, as well as the Zentarum, are non-political location-specific organizations. They are purpose-specific organizations. The Lord's Alliance has representatives in areas because they represent the people. They protect sections of the world, communities.
Yeah, they represent the people.
The Politburo. Okay.
So the only other one of this that would stand out, the other two to Alamir, although Conrad Braunamble is a name that probably would be recognized, certainly by Jinx, possibly by Smock. Many tales told of Clan Battlehammer and Mythal Hall would include at some point the current king of Mythal Hall, Conrad Braunamble. His father took over kingship directly from Brunner Battlehammer not that long ago. So he is has fought battles against the Drow, and armies of demons and such. He is a proven fighter. The other proven fighter here would be Sir Isteval. Sir Isteval is representing Daggerford, but is originally from Cormyr. He is a Cormyrian warrior and knight, and there are stories of him He helped kill both a black and a green dragon, and stole an item from a powerful Dracolich's lair.
He's looking behind himself. Go ahead.
Do we feel that he's here only because of his reputation? Because all these other people, if I'm not mistaken, come from places of vast. There's a lot of people living in those places. And isn't Daggerford like a village?
It is, except for the fact that he is also playing the role of ambassador for Cormyr, the country of Cormyr.
Have I ever met Winterhound before?
So Delan Winterhound is from Waterdeep, and if I remember, hold on one sec, I have it right here. You were not here that session, and no, you met with Melanor Fellbranch,
Okay.
who is the yeah. So no, you've never met him. You
I
may
would
have
look
heard
him
of
and
him.
I'd look him and do it when he looked my way. I'd do a nonverbal.
And everyone is
movement
openly
greeting.
showing their pins and their allegiance. Everything is open here in this room. So Antharr Froom comes over, says hello, gives hearty handshakes, hugs to Smock and Hef. Rimalia comes over, and says hello to some of you, to Alamir and Jinx, and so forth. So that is kind of what is. So those are some of the people. So the other person who is here and has a seat at the table. Is this woman, Rian Nightshade, and she is the representative for the Zentarum.
Wow, we get all her information. Give me a second.
Oh, you get it? Oh, did I?
No, it gave us everything.
Oh,
Hold on, screenshot. Just
yeah, screenshot quick, right?
I've already got it. It's already in my notes.
That's cool. That's fine.
No, don't worry.
I don't know. That's
No,
just,
but you know that's definitely a striking figure for this.
yeah. I just somehow I put everything in there instead of.
Don't worry.
I mean, there's nothing that you're going to get from that. Probably you wouldn't guess just by looking at her. Not
Exactly.
Oh, that's
by its
true.
cover.
I mean,
but
anyone who knows the Zentarum is going to guess all that anyway. So.
I mean, she's totally throwing her marriage out of the window by rolling her ring like that because she's cheating.
The good news is she's predictable. Right?
Second good news is she's already lost one horn.
Actually,
She wants Smock.
You know what? No,
she prays to Muhammad.
Can't have it.
So I'm just let me look. Okay, no, that is no GM notes only. So all of the
It's
good
okay,
people,
don't worry.
I did it correctly. On her, I did it wrong. That's cute. That's funny.
Don't worry.
Maybe on purpose.
Maybe
on purpose. So anyway, so that is everyone who is here. And Smock, you had walked away, but Antharr Froom came up and gave you a shook your hand, you and Hef's hand, and gave you a hug and welcomed you and stuff.
Does Rian have a seat at the table, or is she standing at the table?
So these are the direct people who have seats at the table. Standing on the side of the table and around are other people, including someone else who comes up and greets you all.
A bard.
You see.
What's his name? The guy who gives all
Leosin Erlanthar. Your buddy from
Leosin.
Yes.
Hef's father. Just joking.
You're still alive, I see.
We warmly recognize him and shake his hand.
Yes, and he shakes all of you. Excellent, excellent. I'm so glad that you all made it. Fantastic.
Obslin's not here?
No, Obslin is not here.
Okay. That's one he probably would work himself in. But anyway.
Yeah, nope,
All
not
right.
here. So that is, and what I'm going to do, just so actually, I think you guys have that picture, which is everyone, so I don't need to show you the rest of them, the specifics. All right, that is everyone who is here. Lady Silverhand says, please, everyone, have a seat, and she motions for the 5 of you to step to the end of the table. The other end. It's just an open area, standing area.
No chairs?
No chairs.
So we're there to report. Got it.
Absolutely.
That works for me.
So, now give me, I'm sorry, just one sec here.
No problem. I got to get my notes. I feel like I'm going to have to use them.
Where? There we go. We are up to First Council. So, oh yes. So they ask for. They go. We know much of, or everyone here we have shared information reports from across the realm, and from your reports up to just before you left, or actually, we received information that you had teleported or somehow been transported somewhere over by Parnast, and that is the last we heard. So, please, what can you tell us? What has transpired since last you reported to the various people here?
I look at the others and to see if anybody else wants to say anything.
We regale them of our story into the swamp, obviously.
Okay.
Thinking that's since then.
Yep. The name of the inn or whatever that was used to launch.
Smuggle.
Yep. Smuggle. Yep.
Yep. People that we know that were involved. And the good names of the lizard people who did help us. Good names.
Give them the activation word for that portal that was being used to take outside of Parnast, and explain that there were 4 other portals around where the portal entered by Parnast, but we don't know where they went to. So there's more than just one gold rush going in.
And it could be safe.
And explain that Ryza, was it Ryza the White or Rasa? I don't know if it was Rasa or Ryza. Talus started with a T. Why am I R-ing? Talus the White, and I explained to them what she wanted, being that she is a cult member, but she doesn't want the cult to succeed. So there is a insurrection within the ranks.
And she seemed truthful to her word.
Certainly a fracturing. It's not total solidarity, right?
Well, correct. She would like to see it. She just doesn't have the power to do it. So to end the gold transport, the Cloud City that was destroyed, that was supposed to deliver the gold to the dragon cult, dragon people, worm cult, that's ended.
And we tell them where it was located at.
Where the rubble is located at.
And where they were supposed to deliver to.
Correct.
And the death of a dragon.
And the death of a dragon and the loss of all that gold. Holy crap.
It's buried
chaotic. I'm changing.
It's buried in the rubble.
chaotic neutral still go work with that? Okay.
Yeah, that was Scourge Castle. You can.
So, wait. Lady Silverhand says, so this was Blagothkus's castle?
Yes.
Yes.
We deliver his message
Oh
to
yeah.
them.
Yep. Leaders or the people of Waterdeep. This is your message.
So he was helping them, and now he is on our side.
We were able to change his mind,
Yes.
change sides.
But he's
Saw the
Cloud Island-less currently.
Yes. It is in pieces.
Both good and unfortunate news.
Yeah, I don't know how he
Cloud
does
Castle
it.
could have been of great benefit to our cause.
He was heading home to get his clans together.
Which
Come
is
back and
his
fight.
biggest desire, is to get the
course.
giant clans back
Because
together.
obviously, if those factions unite, don't or the dragons combo, their factions will be destroyed probably in the end.
Of course.
So he would like any help, if possible.
In the loss of Gazelle, I believe the dragon's name was.
Glazel.
Gazelle.
We do mention the vampire that slipped away in the night that landed.
I want to hear Jinx.
I don't know what slipped away at night. I looked at him that one slipped away?
The dragon.
We were told the vampire slipped away when he landed at night. As we was recovering.
What have we done with the white dragon? What happened to the white dragon?
I do have some parts I harvested. If we have anyone here that could use those parts.
We destroyed the white dragon. That takes one more dragon out of the loop.
Mm-hmm.
With parts to prove.
Amtharfroom obviously is
happy as a clam,
shaking his head and harumps. And,
ooh, Smock, you got a harump.
And so there's a smattering of questions as you tell the stories and give the information. You see there is an official scribe off to the side of the table that is taking all the information down. And you also see Lord Neverember and Ramalia Haventree and Rian Nightshade occasionally making their own notes in some little on some paper. And so just to be clear, so Alamir and Jinx gave the story of the dragon's dead and the treasure's lost.
Within the rubble of the cloud. What's it called? The Cloud Island?
Some of it did go down with it. We didn't take every drop of it.
I need every single person to roll a deception check.
My daddy needs a new pair of shoes right here.
I'm rolling bad.
I don't want to roll. Told you I didn't want to roll. All right, let's take the average here.
No, this is not a group.
Oh, okay.
Not a group deception.
Yeah, they don't believe Alamir one bit.
So they're also, again, you know who is in this room, who is at this table.
Yeah.
Realistically, Jinx is the only one who had a chance of getting away with a lie.
I rolled bad. If I would have rolled a little higher, I kind of rolled like a 17 or something like that. That'd been a better score.
A 31? Yeah.
There is some shared glances around the table.
Instantly smirking at the idea that they caught them.
So, how much treasure was there? Asks Silverhand.
I look at Silverhand. Oh, I have Silverhand. I look at who took the non-gold stuff, the actual loot stuff.
I only have the gems. Who else has the bag of holding?
I have a bag of holding. It was just literally gold. That's all I took was money.
Oh, so you left all the
Silver and copper and all that.
Well, no, you had me collect a bunch of money. It's a lot of money.
So
Right. All I have is gems.
All you had is gems, and so you left all of the
Coinage.
all of the art.
Yep.
I didn't take any art. There was somebody else who was going to take that.
I don't have any art. I'm looking in my bag.
Oh, well, there's a lot of art that got lost. There's a lot of art there.
And
so
there's also a lot of when it comes to objects we left there. So
Yeah, there's a lot of objects of that nature, and
in the middle of that, I pound the table and I say, "This seems kind of ridiculous, considering the end of world is nigh. We're really going to quibble over gold pieces? What kind of asinine? What is this?" And I'm talking to the council, not my team.
Yep. And
holy crap, that's a lot of gems.
Lord Neverember,
I can
leans
retire.
forward and in response and says, "You, sir, must understand that there is always some potential never-ending catastrophe happening in this world, many at the same time. This is not the only occurrence going on, and the only thing that matters to this council, other than putting a stop, is to save as much as we can and protect as many people, and to be able to continue lives for the good people of this world as best we can." And Lady Silverhand kind of puts her hand up and says, yes, please, let's stay calm. No need for impassioned speeches, but yes, for sure, Lord Neverember is correct. This is but part of what has been taken from the good peoples of the lands, but it is our hope to recover as much as possible and be able to use it in restitution for those who have been wronged and hurt.
Yes, like Greenest. I think of the town.
Yes, exactly. Fortunately, Greenest was not hit as hard as many of the rest, as many other places.
I put my hand on half. Didn't half come from there?
Yep. You did.
I put my hand on half just to they were hit plenty hard. But just here nor there right now.
And they need, and we wish to send them more help. The dragon's treasures, these treasures, the gold and baubles and whatever,
which we didn't grab most
we
of,
can recover from that the cult has taken. This is needed in order to be able to effectively help as many people as possible.
Do you have some mages that can come back there to help do the probably hundreds of feet of ice or debris, the castle's destruction and rubble, to get to most of it, though?
I do let them know about the lady and the 4 guards that came out riding the waverings, and we knew we were beat up pretty bad, so we took shelter. They pulled something from wreckage, screamed, and was starting looking for us, and then finally left. So, reason I'm explaining that is there could still be major resistance in the area. One of the reasons we came back here was
Yeah, but
to report back in.
If there truly is a treasure to be recovered there, we can do that. Yes. In fact, there is already a member of your order, Luna, who is on their way there to reconnaissance and find out what is going on. So, how much did you recover? What did you recover?
If I was to put a rough estimate about it, I open my little bag up. I look inside. You don't see nothing, obviously, because that's not how it works. Mm-hmm. I have to cheat and look because I don't remember.
I mean, you can just. Do you tell the truth? Your guesstimate?
As far as what I was put in this bag, probably about 80,000 gold.
We'll call it an adult dragon's hoard.
Well, no, it wasn't his hoard. He was only there for a short period of time, remember? His actual hoard is his home. And I don't know where the home is, on some mountain or something like that. But.
And Alamir's going to reach into his bag and pull out a bag of gems and throw it on the table and say, and here's from the pile of gems. And gives back 10,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
And how much more is there of those?
That is the end. That is... Oh, left in the pile of rubble? That I do not know. We had to escape quickly because the cloud castle, was falling from the sky.
Lady Silverhand stands and looks all of you over very carefully. And looks around the table, making eye contact with a few people. And there is some head nodding, some silent conversation. Not necessarily conversation, but some silent communication and agreement. And she turns back to all of you. Know that we are extremely appreciative and happy with the work that you have been doing and the information that you have gathered and your dedication to this fight. But to stand here and lie to this council so blatantly will not be tolerated. We will discuss as a group what should be done with this treasure. If you are not willing to agree to that, if you are not willing to see the potential or to agree to the possibility, of this treasure having a greater use for the good of all of the land, if you feel that keeping this treasure is more important than helping the goodly people who it was stolen from, many who lost friends and loved ones during the raids or watched their homes burn down, their livestock killed for sport or taken to feed the raiders, their crops trampled and wells befouled, are they more deserving or truly need it more than you?
Oh, they do. The bureaucracy.
I'm sorry,
Bureauc-
I didn't
Words are
catch
hard.
all that.
Bureaucracy.
of the kingdom of the city states and all they are such, is where all the money's going to end up going. I've seen it before. I've seen it a million times. We want to make sure they get the money, the ones who need the money.
Because I'm looking here at this Council of 10, and I'm saying, how do we know you're not taking, a piece of the action off the top? We don't. The fact is, each of you have your own motives. Each of you have your own goals. You even have your own little speech thing going. So how do we know that you're not actually taking most of the money for yourselves? We don't.
You're drinking the finest wines.
This is all about being lawful. This is all about being good and smashing evil in the world. And the fact you're quibbling over money rather than worrying about what's evil out there, this council, I reject you. Unacceptable. You need to do better.
Damn.
And then I walk out.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
The
Very
rest
nice
of you,
shades ring.
Saw your mouth moving.
the rest of you who
I was chewing.
are sitting there, you notice Anthar Froom start to get up as he's watching Smock leave, and then he sits back down. No.
I walk up to Ramalia.
And that, as I turn in the doorway, every piece of gold, every jewelry I had, I throw on the floor and say, "Here it is. Choke on this."
I wasn't going to go that far. Wow.
Seriously, let's give him 10 grand.
I walk up to Ramalia, I open up the bag, and I dump out. This is a lot of gold. I'm very hurting.
You're gonna just, if you're dumping it all out, it just goes everywhere, and just, yeah, and people stand up and make room because it is going to cover.
It's a dragon horde
and the side and the and you're gonna have to just like. All right, so you dump
as you
it
wish.
all out. Oh my God! Yes.
85,930 gold points. Gold points.
Gold coins. Take yours back. Remember, you had like 46 left.
Oh, that's separate. That was separate.
It's in a pouch. You see eyes go wide on everyone's eyes, everyone except for Lady Silverhand and King Malindrock are just amazed at
They're old.
the amount of money you just threw out.
You just covered up all my gems. Just saying.
The bag, you just put one bag out.
Exactly, and he just covered them all up. They didn't have to dig.
Just.
And Lady Silverhand looks over at you, Jinx. When you're done, she goes, well, quite melodramatic, but thank you so much. And I assure you, every single coin that is recovered, it will be distributed and reach the people who it hurt and help them. Everyone here, we have no personal need for this money. and she, Jinx, make a make an insight check, please.
A what? A what?
Insight.
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 Yes.
Boom.
Oh wow, crit. You notice she looks around the room, and you catch the fact that as she says that, she purposely skips over Lord Neverember. Does not.
I kind of figured.
I
don't trust him.
Include him in that statement.
Call it out. Call it out. Call it out.
Yeah. I never trusted him anyway, to be honest. I just looked at one picture, looked at him, but I also didn't trust
And then she,
I guess I would reply back saying, I'll look around the room and look, and yeah, I'm sure you all will.
and then she looks over at Alamir, and she goes, "And you, Alamir?"
He reaches into the bag and he pulls out a stack of papers. And he says, communications between Rapidor and Severin. And about the resurrection of the Than. Throws that on the pile of gold and stuff like that. Here's the communications from the top of the dragon cult.
And there is no more of the treasure from the Horde in your bag of holding.
Seriously, you're like picking this out. And he throws the rest of the gems on.
Okay.
Was there any diamonds in that mix?
You bet your ass there was.
If we can pick the diamonds back out, we may need them for resurrections. I guess, whatever, yeah.
I deleted it, so they're all...
Lady,
Okay.
So Ramalia Heaventree stands up and she says, "Of course, I believe that while the treasure is best used to help the affected peoples of the Sword Coast, and of course we are and will continue to help these people with magic, with information, with assistance, like however we can. I believe a finder's fee is certainly reasonable. In
Take the gems back? Okay.
Gems that could be useful in casting spells. There's no reason why we cannot find other means to cover those costs. And there is a general agreement around the table. So we'll figure out what the diamonds are. Actually, you have a list, right? There's a specific list?
No, I just deleted everything. I just deleted all the
gems. It was just, or actually,
it had the name of every type of gem.
Were there? It did.
I don't remember if there were diamonds. I just blood moon with red speckles, yellow moon with.
I don't know that there were diamonds in there.
I didn't look at the specific.
I don't know what they were either, honestly.
I will. Well. Okay. We'll take a look. That kind of. It's kind
I just know that those
really
are the important ones usually.
I don't remember there being
really
diamonds.
Quick. I'm just looking in here. Paradox, topaz. Yeah, they were all black opals, sapphires, emeralds. There is not a single diamond.
Right. Okay.
There are no diamonds. So. Yes, Jinx.
I actually had to, but actually I don't because I'm going to take care of that myself. So never mind.
Lady Silverhand turns to, nods at Ramalia. Find them. There does not seem to be any diamonds in there. I'm sure you can find some for them to use as resources. And Ramalia nods. So, the one other thing you've noticed during this whole thing, stayed completely quiet, said nothing, but Rion Nightshade, the representative of the Zentarum, found all of this, and your attempt to keep the treasure and all that incredibly entertaining. So, Lady Silverhand turns to you and says, again, thank you, and thank you for your report. I regret that this turned out the way it did. I understand.
Whenever a council gets together, it always comes down to money. It doesn't come down to what's actually good for all the people right away. All they're caring about is the money side. Instead of talking about what we could have done for those people ahead of time, you wanted to know about the money right away, which is fine. I totally understand. I just shake my head and I'm going to start walking out.
And Ramalia nods to the table and follows. She motions to Luna and Alamir and Hef. Hef has been sitting here the whole time, watching and listening carefully. And then he gets up and follows Ramalia. Alamir and Luna, do you follow her out as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So,
before anybody leaves, I would like to make a statement.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
I stand up. I walk over. In the beginning, I told you what I had taken from the Horde. I pull out, I believe it was a cold gland and a few other things I harvest from a dragon. And as always, anybody that knows any town I go to, when I harvest something like this, I turn it over to those that can use it best. Now, I knew my friends may have had some stuff. We had not sat down and talked to what we were going to do with it exactly. We've been double-crossed so many times. We were very careful before we step. Accusing them of such stuff after we stand side by side, doing everything we can to help our people here. Yes, yeah, makes me question. I turn around and walk out. I do give a greetings to, or goodbye greetings to my Harper, who I had never met before. A honorable greetings to him in hand signals.
Okay.
And then as an out of character player, can I award him an inspiration?
You absolutely can.
All right.
Luna, take an inspiration. Also, actually, I would give a point of inspiration to Smock as well.
So all we had to do was walk out and we got inspiration. Okay.
No. He gets inspiration from earlier. Actually, I should clarify. Let me try to remember. He gets inspiration from much earlier tonight's episode. It was something in relation to Hef. When before Hef got on Luna's back, I was going to give him inspiration. I forgot. That is what he gets inspiration for. For putting Hef's life before his own. All right. So you walk out. Ramalia walks out with you. So we've only got a few minutes here. So we are going to kind of jump ahead a little next week, and we're going to be doing some things. So we're going to do a quick, I forget what it's called, but like a post council meeting thing. And I'll give an official what you hear from the council afterwards next week. But in the meantime, know that what you have a conversation with Romalia, if you're all willing to do that immediately after the council, and she will go with you, invite you back to her place that you were heading to originally. She tells you that they, if you remember Jinx, you found out that she had recently become the leader of the Harpers within Waterdeep after her husband was assassinated.
Yeah.
They found out that it was the Cult of the Dragon who ordered the assassination. It was carried out. They were able to find out through divination magic that the assassination was carried out by a member of the cult called Galvin the Blue.
Why does the name sound familiar?
And she ensures that you will all continue to get support, and whatever you were looking to do with the money that you had personally, you need but let her know. So if there's magic items that you think would, now that you're starting to encounter
Staff of the Magi
dragons, you just need to let them know. Things like legendary items will, of course, that may be beyond their means. But if there's anything they can get of a certain type that can help you, better armor, weapons, certain magic items, diamonds and such for spellcasting, other resources, let her know, and she will see what she can gather. And as you, at the end of this conversation, as you're talking to her, you can think about what the conversation itself and her offer means to you as it ends. As the conversation dies down and she finishes making her offer, everyone roll a perception check. Jeff.
Oops. It wasn't
Alamir's just crap.
Meh.
Luna's pissed. She's on guard.
So, and that's quite appropriate. Smock?
I'm back at the hotel or
Oh, you didn't go with them?
Where?
You didn't go with them?
No, I had walked out.
Sorry, that's right. I guess they didn't catch up to you, but you still need to make a perception check, please.
Yeah, okay, you and I, Alamir and Smock are just talking.
Jinx, something is strange. What you notice, Jinx, is you notice Luna, the hairs on Luna's arm, and if you can see the hairs on the back of her neck and the little wisp of hair around her ears begin to quiver. Luna, your ears, almost as if you were wild shaped into some feline animal or another creature with incredible hearing. You hear as much as you feel a vibration of a deep resonance, a horn of some type sounding far off in the distance, and it stirs some primal essence, something almost like inherent magic within you. Something within you stirs at the sound of it. Jinx, you notice this, and you also notice Ramalia perk up and look around nervously. And at that moment, Smock, wherever you're at in the room, having a drink in the inn, and the rest of you at the Haven Tree Manor, hear the dogs in the streets and the birds go wild, go crazy at whatever has caused this disturbance. And that's
Earthquake.
Yes? I'm sorry, Jinx, you had something real quick?
I said earthquake.
Earthquake, yes.
No, lightning storm.
And that's where we are going to end tonight's episode.
One question: do I know that if that's coming from the Emerald
You have
Enclave side of me
no clue
or
where, what it
a
is,
celestial?
anything. Nope. No idea. All right. So that's the end of episode 41. Thank you for playing, gentlemen. And thanks to everyone out there watching our adventures. Until next time, may your life be filled with peace, joy, and love, even if you can't keep all your money.
Aww.